I got an interest in doing nails when I was about 4.
Okay.
So all my life, I can remember polishing my father's nails when he was asleep. I am Shawntay Johnson, owner of Shawntay School of Creative Nails. I really became infatuated with doing nail art when I was 13. My mother took me to a beauty school to get my hair done, and while I was getting my hair done, she was getting her nails done. And I watched the nail tech polish and design nails, and I thought it was like the greatest thing on earth. I even took my nail table from my room, put it on my porch with a poster that said nails $5. So I was an entrepreneur way back then. I got 2 customers, and my neighbor Shawntay paid me $5 to do her nails with polka dots, and my other neighbor Melanie still owes me $5 to this day, and I'm looking for her. In college, I was supposed to go to Norfolk State to study business. However, I turned my dorm room into a salon. And I really didn't go to class because I was booked. So my mother got upset after my first year of wasting her money and made me come back home to go to Coppin State University. I enrolled at Coppin, stayed there for a year, and then I dropped out because I opened up my own nail salon on Utah Street. At that time, I was 19. I didn't have a license to do nails. However, what I did was I knew another nail tech who had a license, who needed a place to work. So she signed my apprenticeship paper for me, and then she worked for me at the same time. I owned that salon for 8 years before I went back to college to get my degree. In the meantime of working with Baltimore City Public Schools, I also own multiple salons and barbershops at the same time. Becoming kind of frustrated with Baltimore City Public Schools, I kind of decided to go back to doing nails full time, in which I worked at a Vietnamese salon because it was fast paced. And when I became a full-time school teacher, I sold all of my salons. So working with the Vietnamese, it was a very good experience because that's where I learned my speed. I also started working on my plan for a nail school because at the time there were no nail schools in the state of Maryland. After working with the Vietnamese, I knew that we needed training. I worked with the Vietnamese when I was in PG County, and that was a county that I had never been to before in my life. I've always been in Baltimore. It was a shock for so many people to see a black girl doing nails. Just people were literally standing in the window asking me, "Are you black?" Yeah. And then so many people expressed how they wanted to do nails, but they either didn't think that black people could do nails or they were allowed to do nails. But more importantly, there was no school to teach you how to do nails. Secondly, every time someone from the Vietnamese family would come to the salon, I was the one that was in charge of training them. And I didn't find it offensive because 1, I am a school teacher by heart. 2, nails is definitely my passion. But I felt like if I could train anybody, I could definitely train my people. However, after my first year with the school, I had accumulated so many licensed nail techs, and everybody didn't want to work at a Vietnamese shop, or everybody didn't want to open their own salon. So I was like, hey, let me just take all of my graduates and open up a nail salon. I thought it would be a great thing. You know, I got all these graduates that need a place to work, and now I have this salon space and I got all this equipment. So, you know, let's just roll with it. So that was actually a year ago today. I put all this equipment into this building that we're sitting in right now, and for the first year, surprisingly, I couldn't find no employees. One thing that I learned in the past year, and one thing that I kind of gathered from my graduates, is that we, for some reason, don't want to work as a team. Everyone wants to do their own thing, and that's why the suites are a booming industry right now, because everybody has their own individual space. Everybody wants their own individuality. Us to come together as a team and work together, for some reason, it's very, very hard. My goal was to build a team, because that's one of the most important things that I learned from the Vietnamese. They always start with a team of 4 or 5. And unfortunately, that didn't work for me. What I did was I turned my nail salon into a school. I've been actually called by different states for me to come there and open up school.